So today's anatomy lab is on thyroid gland and parathyroid gland. And thyroid gland, what type of gland it is? It is an endocrine gland. About the introduction of thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is a endocrine gland and situated in the lower part of front of the neck. Lower part of the front of the neck. Okay. About the situation, and it regulates the basal metabolic rate. Okay. Basal metabolic rate and plays an important role in the calcium metabolism. Plays an important role in calcium metabolism. How calcium metabolism? Already in histology class it is taught, isn't it? Parafollicular cells, follicular cells, isn't it? So see here is a neck, isn't it? Thyroid cartilage, and here is the thyroid gland. It is a butterfly shape, isn't it? Butterfly. And next is peculiarities of thyroid gland. What are the peculiarities? Speciality. Peculiarity. So it manufactures, stores and releases the hormones, isn't it? And has one of the richest blood supply. And it is the first endocrine gland to develop. So among all endocrine glands, it is a development time. It is the first gland to develop. And this one? Yeah. First endocrine gland.
During pregnancy, the fetus.
Yes, developmentally active. It is a first gland to develop.
The phase 4, what does it mean? The phase 4 is the phase point.
Manufactures. Production. Yes, synthesis. Production. See here, it is a cadaveric picture. Okay. Neck part. See here it is a thyroid gland. Okay. This is a picture of neck and thyroid gland. Okay. And next is about the location of thyroid gland. Front and side of the trachea. Front and side of the trachea. Trachea, you know?
Yes.
So it is located in front of the trachea, opposite to the 5th, 6th and 7th cervical vertebra. Okay. See here, it is a vertebral level. C3, C4, C5, C6, C7 and T1. So about C5, C6, C7 up to T1. Location. Okay. At the level of C5 to T1. Next is parts of thyroid gland. So it is having two lobes, lateral lobes, that is left and right lateral lobe, and isthmus. So isthmus, it is present between the two lobes. It joins the connection between the two lobes, left and right lobe. And about the lobes, it is having apex, base, anterolateral surface and the posterolateral surface, medial surface, anterior and posterior border. See here, one side of the gland. So this part is isthmus, isn't it? And here is a left lobe. Right one is the lobe, isn't it? So it is having apex, base, okay, anterolateral, posterolateral and the inside medial surface. Inside of this gland, medial surface. Okay. Apex, base, anterolateral, posterolateral. So because it is a lateral side, inside there is a medial side, isn't it? So anterolateral, posterolateral, medial surface, apex and the base. Okay. These are the parts of thyroid. Similarly, in right side, isn't it? Apex, base, anterolateral, posterolateral and the medial surface. And about the isthmus, the center part, isthmus, it is having this connection between two lobes. Okay, isthmus, it is having anterior surface, inside posterior surface, upper border and the lower border. Okay, upper border and the lower border. This is about the parts of thyroid gland. Okay. Presenting parts. So this is a isthmus, isn't it? This part isthmus, left lateral lobe, right lateral lobe. Okay, two lobes and one isthmus. Apex and the base. And it is having the borders, posterior border here, okay, anterior border and the posterior border. Here is the posterior border. It is a blunt, okay, blunt area. Next is about the measurements of thyroid gland. Height is about 5 cm and breadth is about 3 cm. Width is 2 cm and weight of thyroid gland, that is 25 grams, and about the isthmus, it is 1.25 cm. So these are the measurements of the thyroid gland. And next is coverings of thyroid gland. So it is having two coverings, true and false capsule. So true and false capsule. So it is a cut section to the neck. Okay, cut section to the neck. Here it is a, what is this? Esophagus. Okay, and here is a trachea, esophagus, and this is a thyroid gland. Okay, so it is having true capsule and the false capsule. Just coverings of the thyroid gland. Okay, and these are the muscles. Okay, thyroid, okay, and the omohyoid and sternocleidomastoid muscles. Okay, in front of this gland, muscles. And inside medial surface, it is related to the trachea and the esophagus and the recurrent laryngeal nerve here inside. And here is a carotid sheath which contains the carotid artery and the jugular vein. Okay, carotid sheath here. Around this is the carotid sheath. And here, in case of thyroid gland, outermost covering is the false capsule. Here is the true capsule. So below the true capsule, there is a venous plexus and then glandular tissue. Okay. Whereas in case of prostate gland, one gland is there. Okay. It is related with the male reproductive system. Yeah. Prostate gland. So in the prostate gland, here is a false capsule and here is a true capsule. In between these two capsules, there is a venous plexus here. Okay, and this is a glandular tissue. This is a prostate gland. So, in the thyroidectomy, removal of the thyroid. Okay, so the thyroid gland is removed along with the true capsule. So, because it contains the venous plexus here. Below the true capsule, along with the true capsule, the gland is removed to avoid the hemorrhage. Okay. Whereas in case of prostatectomy, there is no need to remove the true capsule here, isn't it? So the venous plexus is present between the false and true capsule. So keeping the true and false capsule, only the glandular tissue is removed during the prostatectomy. In removal of the prostate gland. Whereas in case of thyroidectomy, along with the two capsule, the gland is removed. Okay, because of the presence of venous plexus to avoid the hemorrhage during the surgery. Okay, this is about the capsule of a thyroid gland. Yes.
Thyroid is basically capsules and the prostate one is the prostate.
No, not capsule. Leaving behind both the capsule. False and true capsule are remaining. Only this part, glandular tissue is removed here. In case of prostatectomy. Okay. Because the venous plexus present in between the false and true capsule. Here, the venous plexus is present below the true capsule, below or in between the glandular tissue and the true capsule. That is why to avoid the hemorrhage along with the true capsule, the thyroid gland is removed. Okay. This is about the coverings of the thyroid gland.
We remove the thyroid gland. We remove the two capsules with it.
Yes, yes. So this is about the coverings or capsules of the thyroid gland.
Excuse me, doctor. And about the prostatic gland, we
Yes.
remove the prostatic gland. Can we remove the capsules with it?
There is no need to remove the true capsule because the venous plexus, why they are removing along with the true capsule? To avoid the hemorrhage.
Yes.
So if you remove only the glandular tissue here during the surgery, so the hemorrhage will be there. Hemorrhage.
Yes.
To avoid this, whole of this thing is removed. So here there is no question of hemorrhage, only the glandular tissue is the question.
So the venous plexus will stay.
Yeah. So about the relations of the thyroid gland, first one is apex. Apex of the thyroid gland. So medially it is related with the inferior constrictor muscle of the pharynx. Inferior constrictor muscle. Okay, medially. Here, the muscles of the pharynx here. Isn't it? So medially it is related with the inferior constrictor. It is related with the inferior constrictor. Medial side of the apex, there is a inferior constrictor. See here. So this is a thyroid gland. Apex of the thyroid gland. Medially, here is the inferior constrictor muscle. It is a muscle. Okay. Medially, inferior constrictor, and laterally sternothyroid. Laterally, here one muscle is there. Laterally sternothyroid muscle. Okay. Relations. Laterally there is a sternothyroid muscle here. Apex of the thyroid gland. And base of the thyroid gland, the relations inferior thyroid artery and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Base of the thyroid gland, there are the structures, the inferior thyroid artery and the recurrent laryngeal nerve is present at the base of the thyroid gland. At the base of the thyroid gland. Okay. See here. This is the base and this is the apex of the thyroid gland. Here, inferior thyroid artery and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay. At the base of the thyroid gland. And next is in the anterolateral surface. Anterolateral surface. See here. This is the cut section to the neck. Okay. So here is the esophagus. Okay, collapsed lumen. Isn't it? Esophagus is the trachea. And here the blue color line. This is the thyroid gland. Isn't it? So the anterolateral surface, anterolateral and the posterolateral surface. Okay. So the anterolateral surface, it is related with the sternothyroid and the sternohyad. Sternothyroid and sternohyad muscles. Sternohyad, sternothyroid, and this is This is the carotid sheath. Okay, and this is a omohyoid muscle. Superior belly of the omohyoid muscle. Okay, so the anterolateral surface of the thyroid gland, it is related to the sternothyroid, sternohyoid, and superior belly of the omohyoid muscle. Okay, is it clear? Anterolateral surface, it is related to the sternothyroid, sternohyoid, and the omohyoid muscle. All three muscles are here: omohyoid, sternothyroid, and sternohyoid muscle. Anterolateral surface of the thyroid gland. Whereas posterolateral, it is related with what is this?
Carotid sheath.
Carotid sheath. Yes, very good. Posterolateral surface of the thyroid gland, it is related with the carotid sheath. Okay. And the medial surface, it is related with the medial surface. So this is a medial surface of the gland. The medial surface. Within this medial surface, it is related with the trachea and the esophagus. Isn't it? And the anterior border and the posterior border. So the anterior border, it is related with the superior thyroid artery. Okay. So here is a superior thyroid artery branches from this. Okay. It is related with the superior thyroid artery, and the posterior border here. What are the glands present here? Parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid gland. Okay, superior and inferior parathyroid gland. Posterior border of the thyroid gland. Relations. Is it clear? Once again, after the class, just go through this. This is thyroid gland, anterolateral surface, posterolateral surface, medial surface, relations, what are the structures present. So you will memorize better. Here is a posterior border of the thyroid gland from behind. Okay. And these two are the parathyroid hormone, the posterior border of the gland. See here. And this is a esophagus, and the pharynx, esophagus. Next is about the isthmus. It connects the two parts of the
right lobe and left lobe.
yes. It connects the right lobe and left lobe. Yes. Then it is having two surfaces: the anterior surface and the posterior surface. So it is having anterior surface and the posterior surface. Two border, superior border and the inferior border. Is it clear? And anterior surface, it is covered by the right and left sternothyroid and sternohyoid muscles and the anterior jugular veins. In the cut section, you have seen sternothyroid and sternohyoid muscle. Okay, anterior surface. And the posterior surface, it is related to the second and third tracheal rings. Here is the trachea. See here, second and third tracheal rings. Okay, posterior surface of the isthmus of thyroid gland. And upper border, it is related with the anastomosis between the left and right superior thyroid arteries. So anastomosis of superior and the inferior thyroid arteries takes place here. Okay, and lower border, the inferior thyroid vein leaves from the gland at the lower border. Okay, inferior thyroid vein. Okay, this is about the relations of the thyroid, that is lateral lobe and the isthmus. Is it clear? Next is the arterial supply of the thyroid gland. So the superior thyroid artery, it is a branch from the external carotid artery. Okay. See here. Here is a common carotid artery, arch of aorta, right and left. So this is left common carotid, right common carotid. You are seeing from behind. Okay, behind. So it is a left and right common carotid, and this common carotid divides into internal and external carotid artery here, and branch from external. So this is a external carotid, isn't it? And this is a internal carotid. So branch from this external carotid is the superior thyroid artery, supplies the thyroid gland. Okay. Is it clear? So these both are right and left common carotid. Common carotid, it divides into two branches. Okay. External carotid artery and the internal carotid. So here is the internal carotid which supplies the brain. Okay. This internal carotid and external carotid branch from this external carotid. It is the superior thyroid artery. Branch from external carotid artery. Superior thyroid artery supplies the thyroid gland. And next branch is inferior thyroid artery. It is branch from the thyrocervical artery. Inferior thyroid artery. See here. So this is a thyrocervical trunk, and branch from this. This is a inferior thyroid artery. Supplies the thyroid gland. So there are two arteries. Superior thyroid and the inferior thyroid. Whereas in case of suprarenal gland, three: superior, middle, and inferior. Whereas in case of thyroid, only the superior and inferior thyroid artery. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And really, arteria thyroideae ima. Arteria thyroideae ima. So 3% of the individual are getting arterial supply from this. So it is also branch from the thyrocervical trunk. Branch from the thyrocervical trunk. One more extra branches. Okay. Some persons, 3% of individual, they supply this artery. Okay. And next is about the venous drainage of the thyroid gland. And inferior thyroid artery. And about the venous drainage of the thyroid gland. So there are three veins: superior, middle, and the inferior thyroid vein. Okay. Artery and the inferior thyroid. And next is about the venous drainage. It is by superior thyroid vein. Okay. And the middle thyroid vein. And the inferior thyroid vein. See here, superior thyroid vein, middle thyroid vein, and the inferior thyroid vein. Okay. And superior thyroid vein drains into the internal jugular vein. So here is the, on both the sides, internal jugular vein. Superior thyroid vein where it drains into the internal jugular vein here, isn't it? And middle thyroid vein, where it drains into the internal jugular vein. Okay, and the inferior thyroid vein, it is drains into the thyrocervical artery. Sorry, thyrocervical trunk vein. Sorry, brachiocephalic vein. Okay. So the inferior thyroid vein drains into the brachiocephalic vein. Okay. Yes. Superior thyroid vein drains into the internal jugular vein. Okay. And middle, same thing, drains into the internal jugular vein. And the inferior thyroid, it is drains into the brachiocephalic. This is about the venous drainage of the thyroid gland. Whereas in case of suprarenal gland, how many
Only
veins?
two.
Right and left.
Right and left.
Yeah, right and left.
Figure,
And inferior vena cava, this is 4, 5. Yeah, left renal vein.
So in case of suprarenal gland, 3 artery and
1 vein.
2 vein.
No, 1.
2 vein. Suprarenal, 2 vein. Like
left and right.
Yes.
Yeah, left and right it is there, but only 1 vein and 3 artery.
Yes.
In case of suprarenal. So here 2 artery and 3 vein. Superior, middle and the inferior vein. Here thyroid artery and 2 artery, that is superior thyroid artery and the inferior thyroid artery. Is it clear? Don't confuse.
there was something.
Venous drainage, it is by 3 veins here.
No, about the
Superior-
arteries.
Artery 2. Thyroid, superior thyroid and the inferior thyroid arteries. And about the venous drainage, it is by 3 veins, superior, middle and the inferior.
Can you go to the arteries?
No, the previous.
Yeah, this one. Just
Only
one
3%
time. Yeah, this
of the individual
this,
supply from
yeah, this
this.
one.
And
So should we add it?
Yeah.
You said-
Really?
You said 2.
Rarely, not in all the cases.
Okay, if
Only
they
2 to 3 individuals may supply from this artery.
if they ask about the
Arterial supply only
just
2.
to, okay.
2 is enough. More than enough.
Do we need to mention the branch?
Branch. So it is a branch of what? Superior thyroid artery. It is a branch from the external carotid artery. Okay. And inferior thyroid artery, it is a branch from the thyroid cervical trunk. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is about the venous drainage, 3 veins, superior, middle and the inferior. Okay. And next is lymphatic drainage of the thyroid gland. So the lymphatic drainage, the upper group and the lower group. So upper group, these are drains into the pre-laryngeal and jugulo-diagastric group of lymph node. See here, these are the lymph nodes. Okay. And pre-laryngeal. Here is a larynx inside. Isn't it? Pre-laryngeal, before the laryngeal, pre-laryngeal group and the jugulo-diagastric group of lymph node. Okay, upper part and the lower part, pre-tracheal group of lymph nodes. Okay. Venous drainage of the thyroid gland. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And next is about the nerve supply of thyroid gland. Parasympathetic, it is by the vagus and recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay. Parasympathetic, which are secretomotor. Okay, secretomotor. And sympathetic, it is by the superior, middle and inferior cervical ganglia. Fibers from the superior, middle and inferior cervical ganglia. On either side there are ganglions, superior, middle and inferior ganglions. Okay. From those ganglions, sympathetic fiber supplies to the thyroid gland, and parasympathetic it is by the vagus nerve and the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay. This is about the nerve supply of the thyroid gland. And next is already it is
Yeah, we
called
mentioned it, yes,
the
yes.
parafollicular cell,
Yeah.
follicular,
Everything,
these are the
Follicle.
colloid filled follicles, is that it?
Colloid, yeah. everything.
Colloid filled follicles
Yes,
and
I
the
know.
parafollicular cells in between the follicles.
Yes.
Okay, so this is about the just story.
Yeah, yeah.
And next is structure and function.
And
Okay.
histology, yeah.
About this is also histology again.
Yeah.
Follicular and parafollicular.
Yeah. We check in details.
Okay.
Yeah, we talk in details.
So the parafollicular reverse the action of parathyroid. Isn't it? Parafollicular cells. Reverse. And follicular cells secretes triiodothyronine and tetraiodothyronine.
Yeah.
Helps in the somatic and cyclic growth of the nucleus.
Yes, yes, that's
And next is these are the developmental anomalies.
Pathology.
Thyroglossal cyst. Again, it is covered in the
pathology, yes.
and thyroglossal fistula and lingual thyroid inside the just posterior to the tongue, lingual thyroid will be present and
Ectopic
ectopic
thyroid.
thyroid under
We just
the
mentioned
normal
the
place
details.
and excessive thyroid and
Again,
agenesis of thyroid. There is no thyroid gland, agenesis. Okay.
Yeah,
Lingual thyroid. Yes.
I don't want to we have to know which one
no, we mentioned
just
Just mention clinical anatomy, which is related to the pathology.
yes, 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 yes.
This is applied aspect of the thyroid gland. Hypothyroidism, again in the
Yeah, and pathology.
pathology. Okay. And thyroidectomy. What is thyroidectomy?
Cutting the
Removal of
thyroid.
the thyroid gland along with the capsule. Isn't it? Because it
Yeah,
contains
with
the
capsule, yeah,
venous
below that.
to avoid the
Below that true, yeah.
This is about the applied aspect. Next is parathyroid gland. So about the location, as already told you, is the posterior border, isn't it? Usually paired, that is superior and inferior parathyroid hormone, and these are very small in size, about 5 mm. 5 mm inside millimeter, 5 millimeter in size, very small size, and called parathyroid horn because their position on the posterior margin of the surface of the thyroid gland. Para means parathyroid, that is why it is named. Okay. And the superior of each pair usually near middle margin of the lobe. Middle margin of the lobe, superior parathyroid, it is presented in the middle margin of the lobe. Superior parathyroid hormone, and the inferior parathyroid hormone, it is so here is the inferior parathyroid
That should
hormone.
be in the base.
Yes, it should be in the base.
In the base of
Yes. See here, posterior side. So superior and inferior parathyroid hormone at the posterior border of the thyroid gland. Okay. And about the arterial supply, usually it is from the inferior thyroid artery. Okay. Arterial supply of parathyroid hormone, parathyroid gland. Sorry. And superior gland usually embedded in the fat on the posterior surface of the middle or upper portion of the thyroid lobe. Already we got. And lower glands near the lower pole of the thyroid gland. So lower pole of the thyroid gland. This is about the functions of parathyroid gland. Its secretes to regulate the calcium levels via its action on the target organ, that is bone, kidney and the gut. Okay, where the calcium stores, isn't it? And parathormone increases the reabsorption of the bone by stimulating the osteoclasts and promotes the release of the calcium into the bloodstream, calcium and phosphate into the bloodstream. So reverse action of the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland. Okay, this is the functions of parathyroid hormone.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And about the summary of the today's class, situation about the situation. Okay, from C5 to T1, and it is having right and left lateral lobes and the isthmus. Okay.
Can you repeat, sorry?
Yes, it is there.
Yeah, okay. Just mention.
Summary I am giving about the location.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is butterfly in shape, 2 lateral lobes and the isthmus. Okay, and about the capsule, true capsule and the false capsule. Okay, this is clear. And about the arterial supply, it is supplied by superior and inferior thyroid arteries. And about the venous drainage by 3 veins, superior, middle and inferior thyroid vein. Okay, this is about the arterial supply. And the nerve supply, parasympathetic, it is by the villus and recurrent laryngeal nerve. And sympathetic, it is from the superior, middle and inferior cervical ganglia, fibers from the superior, middle and the inferior cervical ganglia. So this is about the nerve supply. Okay, is clear? And about the parathyroid hormone, there are superior and inferior parathyroid, hormone.
Yeah, okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Superior and inferior parathyroid gland. Okay, there are left and right.
Okay.
And about the blood supply, inferior branches from the inferior thyroid artery. Okay, and it secretes what? Parathyroid hormone, because the action of the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland. Okay, is clear? About the nerve supply, blood supply, situation, and the presenting parts: apex base, lateral surface, medial surface, and about the relations.